Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at Gauntlet from Udell Games. This game should be available to purchase maybe like an hour after this video goes up, not very long. There will be links in the description, of course, to where you can purchase it, as well as where you can vote for the game on Greenlight, which I definitely think that you should do, because it is very, very good. It's kind of a mix between a puzzle game as well as like kind of a dodge racer is kind of what I like to call it. So, I mean, you'll understand what's going on as soon as you see it. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump in. That'll be the easiest way to kind of show off what's going on here. So we basically have these blocks coming towards us, and we have to figure out how to dodge through them. So for the first few minutes of the game, it's pretty easy to dodge, but it starts getting really, really fast, maybe around like level 3. And the way this works is that you can see on the left there, if we hit 3 red blocks or 3 blue blocks, we're done for. That'll be the end of our run. As far as like kind of what's going on with art and music, I think art-wise it looks fantastic. It's got a nice, really, really crisp kind of futuristic look to it, you know, which I am definitely a fan of. Okay, so here is where we get to choose power-ups. So I think that's a power-up I had not seen before. It looks like I get 1 extra hit now. But there are also power-ups that you can pick up, as well as like you start with 1, where if you press space, it'll slow things down for a few seconds, which can definitely get you out of some tough spots. And then there are other power-ups that will make like either the red or the blue patterns transparent, so you can actually go through them for a few seconds. Oh, that was bad. So yeah, that was just a free hit power-up, it looks like is what I got, which is pretty helpful. Although typically what I've found so far, I played a couple games already, what I've found so far is that it gets to the point where it's going fast enough where as soon as you make 1 mistake, you pretty much quickly follow it with a few more. So it can go from being a really good run to ruined pretty fast. But on that note, so that there I picked up the slow motion, I find that typically to be the most useful. But like if you've already gotten hit by like 2 red patterns, it's a really good idea to pick up the red transparency power-up for pretty obvious reasons. Yeah, but like art-wise, like I was saying, I think the effects in the back look really nice, and it kind of just accentuates each pattern going by, which of course brings me to sound. Sound-wise, like a lot of this game reminds me of things like Wipeout and F-Zero in a lot of ways. Obviously the gameplay is different than that, but not radically different. It's not as different as you would think, like when you sit down and play it, which is awesome because I love Wipeout, I love F-Zero. This feels like that kind of gameplay, except instead of racing against people, we are just dodging stuff. Ooh, that was close. I actually don't know what that purple one was. That's the other thing with the power-ups, is like you do not have a lot of time to pick what power-up you want. But yes, sound-wise, the soundtrack definitely reminds me of those 2 games, as well as the nice, like I talked about the visual in the background, kind of accentuation of the patterns. But there's the nice noise as well, and you get kind of that same feeling like in Wipeout when you like zip past someone. You get that feeling every time a pattern goes by, and a lot of that comes from that sound. It just feels really nice. I mean, that's something I talk about in. I mean, I try to mention it a lot in my look at games, but this game has a really, really great feel to it. And that's huge for me, because a game can look pretty and a game can sound pretty, but if it doesn't feel good, I'm probably not going to play a lot of it. This game feels damn good. Like, I'm having an awesome time with it so far. and it's definitely one that I could see myself putting a lot of time into. And especially because it's not like fully completed. The developers want to add more stuff to it, and I would imagine there's probably going to eventually be maybe more colors added. Like as the levels go up, there might be added more colors or things like that, and probably more power-ups as well, which is super cool. But even right now, it feels like a really finished game. And I think I forgot to mention the cost. It is normally going to be $5, but I believe if you buy it now while it's still in, I think they're calling it beta right now, it'll be $3.50, which I definitely think that's a good deal. It's what it comes down to is this game is kind of it's kind of another high score chaser game. It's got leaderboards. Okay, I'm picking up that purple. What? Oh, that's cool. It's like autopilot and Wipeout. That was cool. So I couldn't even control there. It just did it for me. That was wild. I was like so nervous there when it first wouldn't let me move. I'm like, oh god, I picked up a negative power-up. Which actually leads me to some ideas. I don't know, I would imagine at this point the dev is probably pretty open to ideas. And I think negative power-ups could be kind of cool. You kind of get those in like puzzle games a lot. Oh man, that's no good. But like, I don't know, something that like limited your movement, or maybe made like the patterns come faster for a few seconds. Something like that. Some negative power-ups could be interesting as well. And then maybe different game modes. I don't know like what exactly you could do with that, but like, oh no. Well, that's fine though. I'm gonna jump right back in and show you probably one more run. Like I said, the first 5 minutes aren't too bad, and then it gets pretty crazy. So it looks like, I mean, I talked for maybe about a minute at the beginning, so it looks like that was about a 6-minute run. And yeah, that seems pretty typical for how I'm doing so far. Ooh. But like what I was saying, as far as game modes go, maybe like a game mode where there's only one color. That would be pretty wild, because then you've got less chances, of course. And that could be interesting to play around with. I don't know what else you could do. And then since there's already like leaderboards implemented, I don't know how easy this would be to do. But I know like what's becoming pretty popular lately is to put like a daily challenge kind of thing into games. And I'm not saying that like every game needs to have a daily challenge, but this could be kind of a cool one where there's, because right now it's random, which is super cool. That makes it, that makes me want to play it more and more, because there's no like memorization. But doing some kind of like setup where once a day there's a daily challenge and a leaderboard for that, so you can see where you stack up against your friends on the same kind of map. That could be kind of cool. But there's really not much I would add to this. Even in its state right now, it feels really great. It feels like a finished product, which... Oh, I accidentally pressed space there. Oops. I actually didn't mean to do that. That's okay, though. It feels really good. I would definitely say, at the very least, vote for it on Greenlight. But I will say that, like, even in the current state, this is worth picking up. For sure. I think it's super fun. And I think most people would probably find this pretty fun. It's pretty simple, so there's not much of a learning curve. Like I said, I played like 2 games before recording the video. So really, it's really a good kind of pick up and play, and it's got kind of that just one more try kind of aspect to it, you know? I'm always looking for games like that because they are good for a nice little addiction. And I think this definitely hits that mark. If I didn't mention, I do actually really kind of like the music. Normally this isn't like my kind of music, but you know, because I'm not normally into like the kind of electronica techno stuff, but I think it works well in this. And since we're here in a slowdown section, I love the way that everything slows down, including the music. Like, that works so well, and there's the nice little transitions between the slowdown and then the speed back up. That works so well. I mean, if you can't tell, like, I really like this game. I think it's worth what they're charging. I think it's super fun. I think this is getting really fast, and I probably am not going to make it very much longer. Oh, we've got a power up coming up here. What do we get? That. Oh god, that was. Oh right, because I've got the. For some reason, I thought it was slowdown. I'm never quite ready for that. I don't know. I think in Wipeout, like it says you get like an audio cue that says like autopilot or something. I mean, it wouldn't have to say anything, but some kind of cue. Oh man. Because for some reason I keep picking up the autopilot and thinking it's the slowdown. Obviously that's more my fault than anyone's, because I'm just not quite remembering each power-up offhand yet. But yeah, I mean, we are probably going to lose here pretty soon, and then I will wrap up this this look at Hyper Gauntlet. But I definitely think that you should check out the links in the description. At the very least, vote for this on Greenlight. And if you think that it looks cool enough now, definitely pick it up now. I believe that the developers said they're going to do everything that they can to get you a Steam key if and when it comes out on Steam. So that's kind of my verdict here. Oh no. See, that can be tough coming out of the autopilot section. I think this is the best I've done though. I'm feeling pretty good about this score right now. I haven't actually looked at leaderboards, so I don't know like where I stack up. Also, I'm playing this a few hours before it. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Before it actually releases, so the leaderboards may be a little empty right now, so that wouldn't be surprising. But yeah, that's going to wrap up my look at Hyper Gauntlet here. I definitely think. Well, we can go check out the leaderboards. Let's see. High scores. Oh, holy mackerel! Wow. Never mind. I'm really bad. Holy cow! Where do I even like? I was only at like 50,000. Right? Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe it didn't put me on there. That's okay, though. Okay, so there's already quite the little high-scoring community here. This Threepwood guy is a beast at this game. I was at like 60,000 points, and he's got 1.2 million, so there's definitely some goals to shoot for as far as your score in this game. But like I said, definitely vote for it on Greenlight, and pick it up if you think it looks cool. I am having a blast with it, and I think that you will too. This game gets a glowing recommendation from me. I think it's fantastic, and it's only going to get better. So, yeah, as always, feel free to leave comments if there's anything that you'd like to comment on. Subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos every single day, and if you liked my look at Hyper Gauntlet, please consider clicking the like button, because that could help me out a lot. I appreciate everything that you do to help. So with all of that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.